So, very warm greetings and hope you're all are doing well. Today, my topic is types of accounts. And this topic is related with financial accounting for managers. And I'm going to discuss what are different types of accounts. And actually, account is nothing. They're the outline of business transactions. There are so many business transactions related with different types of persons. They're related with companies, banks, and some transactions are related with the different types of assets. They may be real, they may be nominal, and also we are having some transactions which are related with the profit, losses, incomes, gains of the business. So let's start. How many types of accounts are there in business? Basically, we're having three types of accounts in our business, and these accounts are our nominal account, these are our real account, and we're having the personal account. So let's start. So basically we're having three types of accounts in our business. So the first one is our personal account, and the next one is our impersonal accounts. So the personal accounts are two types. Personal account is of actually three types: physical personal account, artificial personal account, and representatives personal account. And impersonal accounts are of two types: real account and nominal account. Sometimes we divide the types of account only in personal account, real account, and nominal account. So today we're going to be discuss personal account only. Actually, there are three golden rules in accounting related with these accounts, and these are our personal account. Personal account rule is debit the receiver and credit the giver. The rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And the rule related with nominal account is debit the expenses and losses and credit the incomes and gains. So let's start this one. That is my personal account. Physical personal account. Actually, the physical personal account we are having, this is the account which is related with the different persons. Like in a business, we are making transactions. We are dealing with Mr. Ram, Mr. Sham, Mr. Satish. So what we will do, we will open the account of these persons. So they are called physical persons account. So there are some artificial persons in our accounts. If you are aware, we are having a company which is an artificial person. We are having a bank which is also artificial person. We are having a firm with whom we are dealing. All these artificial persons are comes under artificial or legal person account. So the account of any company, ABCD Limited, the account of any bank, they came under the artificial person account. So the next account is representative accounts. The representative accounts is related with the outstanding, prepaid, and advance expenses. So whatever the outstanding expenses, outstanding salaries, outstanding rent, outstanding interest, prepaid expenses, prepaid salary, advance rent. So everything which is outstanding, prepaid, and which is advance, they comes under representative personal account. So we discuss here the three types of accounts, that is physical personal account, which is related with the natural persons, and artificial personal account, which is the second personal account, that is related with the uh, artificial persons, like any company, any bank, any company, any bank's account. And here in physical persons, we are dealing with natural person like Ram. In representative personal account, whenever we are dealing with any outstanding interest, outstanding rent, outstanding expenses, they all comes under our representative personal account. So we are having outstanding, we are having prepaid. So everything which, every expense which is outstanding, which is prepaid, which is advanced, it comes under representative personal account. Fine. So the golden rule for personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. So once we are making entries in our bookkeeping, in our journal, we will take care that golden rule, that is debit the receiver and credit the giver. And we apply this rule on our physical persons like Ram, Sham, Mohan account, Sohan account. So every natural person who are dealing with the organization, their accounts is treated under the personal account, and under personal account we use a golden rule, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So here we are having another type of account, that is our real account. So real account is basically related with the assets, assets of organizations. The asset may be tangible assets, the asset may be intangible assets. So we are having two types of real account related with the tangible and intangible assets. As we have already discussed, tangible assets are those assets which can be touched, which can be felt by the organization, which can be seen by us. So every assets which can be seen, which can be touched, which can be felt, they all are tangible assets. So for tangible assets, we are having an account that is tangible real account. Like we are having furniture, we are having chairs, we are having ACs, we are having machineries. They all comes under tangible real assets, and for that we are having tangible real account. Intangible, we are having patents. So we are having patents, we are having copyrights. So these types of patents, copyrights, goodwill, they are treated under intangible assets. For these assets which are intangible, which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched, but only we can feel these assets, they are our intangible assets. And for intangible assets, we're having intangible real account. And the rule for intangible real account is related with the real account, and the golden rule is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. We're having another types of account, that is the third one, impersonal account, that is our nominal account. And in nominal account we treated all the losses, expenses, incomes and gains which are related with the organization. So for these nominal accounts we are having two types of categories, losses and expenses. So whatever the losses, whatever the expenses, they comes under the losses and expenses account, and incomes, gains, they comes under the income and gains account. So losses and expenses, for example, loss by fire, loss in transit, and expenses, rent paid, salary paid, interest paid, they all are the expenses. Salary, wages, rent, whatever are expenses in the organization related with these interest, rent, salaries, wages, they comes under the expenses account. So incomes and gains, there may be some incomes, there may be some gains, we received some interest, we received dividend. So these types of incomes, gains are treated under incomes and gains account. So the golden rule related with the nominal account is debit the expenses and losses and credit the incomes and gains. So here today we briefly discuss what are different types of account and what are the golden rules. In my next lecture, I will discuss in detail how we will make the implementation of these golden rules, and also I try my best to discuss each and every account separately in detail with more examples and with the transactions. So I'm giving a brief intro again. There are three types of account, that is our personal account, real account, and nominal account. And personal account, we discuss three types of accounts: physical persons like Ram, and artificial person like company and bank. So you have to remember one thing: although bank is a asset, it is comes under intangible as assets, but you have to remember we treated that artificial person account because we assume bank, company, firms, they all are artificial persons. So you have to remember we're not going to be treat bank under assets, we are going to be treat bank account under the artificial persons account. We're having representative accounts, which includes outstanding salaries, outstanding rent, outstanding interest, dividend, and prepaid. The real account related with the tangible and intangible assets, nominal account related with the loss and expenses and incomes and gains, and there are three verticals. So that's for the day. In next lecture, I will discuss these accounts in detail and with their transactions. Thanks for attending us. Thanks a lot, students.